Good morning. It's time to get in touch. In Touch is a public affairs show dedicated to improving the lives of Susquehanna Valley residents. I'm Freddi Hammer, news director at Backyard Broadcasting.
An event is coming this summer that's meant to highlight Williamsport's rich history and culture and introduce the filmmaking world to the city, as well as help some area organizations. It's the River Valley Film Festival, set to begin July 17th and continue through July 20th at the AMC Williamsport 11. And I'm thrilled today to introduce our guests, two people who are connected to the film industry here and hope to connect others to it by bringing the film community together under an umbrella with the Lycoming Arts Film Office. Today we have Corey Baney. He's the founder and River Valley Film Festival director. Hello, Corey.
Hello, great to be here.
Thank you so much for coming in and telling us all about your vision.
Yes, absolutely.
We also have Noah Beiter. He's a filmmaker and entrepreneur based in Williamsport, the founder of Envision Films, and also the chair of Film Office under the Lycoming Arts, which is exciting. We'll talk about that today. Hi, Noah.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. Thanks for coming out today. Well, we want to know, why hold a film festival? What's your vision here, Corey?
Well, I fell into the film world when I got out to LA about 10 years ago now, and started working in film publicity and film festivals and events. And I just kind of always had the idea to bring something back here. I love my hometown, and I just wanted to come back. So that was the whole plan, was to bring something back, and it just hit me. It's a perfect place for a film festival, given the Little League infrastructure that we have and all of the history and all of the really cool things in town.
Yeah.
It's just so perfect.
I do love it here. It's fun to still discover stuff you didn't even know was available.
Yes, exactly.
And that's kind of what you're wanting to do, I think.
Yes, exactly. To show off what we have and really bring that filmmaking community here. They can film anything around here. You know, there's so much. As Jonathan Decker, senior producer, always says, you know, you can drive 15 minutes in one direction and be in the middle of nowhere, and you can drive 15 minutes in the other direction and you're downtown, and you've got that cool old-time city feel. So,
sure. You had the idea to do this in 2019.
Yes.
And so it sort of got squashed with COVID, but now it's sort of risen from the ashes again. Was it the same vision, or is it a little different now?
Yeah, it's the same vision. COVID just put us on pause until everything kind of lined up right. Everything is just kind of falling into place. It's perfect timing, meeting with Lycoming Arts and bringing us underneath them to be part of Lycoming Arts is amazing. Things that, you know, we never thought we'd be able to do year one, we're going to be able to do with their support and help.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Noah, tell me a little bit about your thoughts about becoming under the umbrella of Lycoming Arts. It's, as a chairman, you're definitely looking at that vision as a good thing as well.
Yeah, so our mission at Lycoming Arts is to kind of showcase the art community that we have and kind of put that on the map a little bit here in Williamsport.
What is the film culture of Williamsport? Is there one? I mean, are there people in the cracks waiting to go, ready to submit?
Yeah, we have a lot of talent in our area, and I think bringing this festival together should help kind of organize the independent filmmaking community.
Yeah.
And really showcase them.
Yeah, bring them out of the woodwork a little bit.
Yeah.
The people you already know, perhaps, as well. Do you think that you're going to get people that you already know? I mean, have you heard from folks?
Yeah, we've been getting submissions already since we've opened for submissions at the beginning of February, as far away as Nepal.
Wow.
Which I didn't expect, but I've worked a lot in the international film scene, and so it's very familiar to me. But we've gotten submissions from local colleges and universities, as well as places in Philadelphia and different colleges down in that area. So we're really trying to showcase the international film market as a whole, but also highlighting what we have locally here in Pennsylvania.
There must be a marketing strategy as well. As a film festival, you have things you need to do to make sure that people in Nepal can submit their films.
Yeah, as a publicist, that's my big thing. I've been working in the film publicity scene, so just making sure we're out there to as many outlets as possible and getting our word out there, that's the biggest thing. Year one is just proving to people that we know what we're doing, and then from there we'll grow exponentially into year 2, 3, 4, and really go from there.
Does some of the credibility come from the folks you choose as people who are judging these films and making decisions about who get the awards?
Yes, we are talking with some people from different media outlets who review films regularly to join our media team and join the jury. And that's going to obviously add a lot of validation to people to know, like, oh, the people who are judging my films know what they're talking about. And actually can give a fair judgment of what's happening.
They have the credentials to
go. Exactly. Yes, that's the term.
They know what a film is supposed to be a part.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, do you have any in mind at this time that you can reveal, or is it more of a secret?
We're trying to lock them in. We've got a couple people lined up, but they have to speak with editors and others before we can actually announce. But we hopefully will have those within the next couple weeks and be able to announce all of that as well.
Well, how does a film festival work? Do people come just to watch the films that have already won, or are the people deciding about films to be put into the festival?
So we will be curating the submissions into what our selections will be for the festival.
Okay.
That's part of our screening committee, which we are putting together with a lot of people from the film office. Myself, Claire Mattis, who initially started the festival with me, she has been in film and festivals her whole life. So she's going to help us out with some screening and selections. Once we curate down to what our audience will hopefully want to see, then the audience does get to vote, and there are audience awards during the festival, as well as the grand jury prizes, which we're still working on what the prize will be.
Okay.
But the awards are already in place.
Are there certain themes that filmmakers are following, or do you give any criteria for people to submit films?
We're not limiting anything year one, so there's no real specific theme. If you have a good movie, submit it. That's really what we're on. Yeah.
Who's doing this? Is it students? Is it adults that have just been sitting on a film they made in college? I mean, is that what could be that at all?
It could be anything. We have students, we have professors, we have people who have just been filmmakers their whole career. Some are first-time filmmakers. So it's really exciting to see the submissions and kind of see the development and where people are at in their careers.
Have you watched the ones that have come in already?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, how exciting.
Yeah. We've been working through watching and grading. There are some really good ones so far. We're just waiting for more to come in.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, now you have this fundraising aspect. You talk about supporting Little League in our area, and I'm thinking, how is that going to be incorporated with your weekend as far as the film festival itself in July?
So the film festival itself will kind of be its own event. However, before that, we're hoping to hold local screenings, and that would be to help raise money for other nonprofits in the area, help raise money for the festival as well, of course, but really just to help the community realize that we're here to help. Okay. And that's what we're here for.
That's really neat.
Yeah.
As far as Lycoming Arts goes, this is sort of a new arm, isn't it? Because of the film side of it. It's been other things before this, and now you're sort of coming together under one umbrella.
Yeah, we've always had a film office, but I think this year we're kind of just really trying to change and kind of figure out what we want to do. And having partnered up with the River Valley Film Festival, I think for us it's a no-brainer. It's going to bring great art into our community, and it's really going to showcase what we have to offer. So for us at Lycoming Arts, it's a really good idea, and I think it just kind of fits with what we want to do as well.
I think as a consumer of films and things, personally, I see it like these are the grassroots levels where in 10 years you're going to see people in these films that are in Hollywood blockbusters, don't you think? Or at least directors or people that are working up in the industry.
Yeah, that's exactly the plan. Most festivals you'll see, people just starting out or they're not really big yet. When I was working at Dance of the Films, they had people that were like, oh, they're winning an Oscar this year. They were in our festival, And so it's really cool to see that development of the career. And a lot of times they link back like, hey, this is where I really spawned this idea or really felt like I changed my career in certain moments. And it's almost always a film festival that does that.
Yeah, this is the vehicle.
Right, exactly.
I mean, from these little grassroots one to the can.
Exactly.
Can.
Yeah.
To can. I'm just a small town consumer.
No, you're totally good. Yeah. It's a lot of fun. It really is part of that journey that a lot of people take to the big scene, to the Academy Award level of things.
Yeah. When you start with storytelling, I mean, that's really what we're doing. And Lycoming Arts had a storytelling festival or a weekend or something. Is that during the summer or is that more a winter thing?
We're going to do it this spring.
When I was at Mansfield University, the Storytelling Festival was a big deal for a while. So is that sort of filling the gap?
Yeah, and all of this, even books, films, it all kind of comes back to, like you said, storytelling.
Yeah.
So the Storytelling Festival, that is all a branch underneath the film office. So we have something going on pretty much all year round.
So it's going to be this spring. You have a date?
Yeah, it's May 17th.
Fun. Sort of whet our appetites for more stories this summer.
Yes.
It's fun. So does an event like this bring people to the area to make films? You sort of mentioned that a little bit. Like they're going to come here and go, oh, these mountains are beautiful. We can do this scene here.
Exactly, yeah. That's part of the mission is once the filmmakers see the community and what they have available here, they can just come film. you don't need a soundstage because you can just go down to Millionaire's Row and you've got these old Victorian homes, and all of a sudden you're filming in the 1800s. And it's just like that level of diversity of what we have in architecture, in nature around here. It just really gives you so much potential.
Yeah.
We will be having eventually, we're not sure if this is going to work into first year yet, but a filmmaking competition during the festival, which a lot of people call like a 24-hour film competition, where we just give you 24 hours, we give you a theme, and you make a film. And you would be forced to make it here because you would be here for the festival.
Yeah.
So
their phones, or do they have their gear?
It could be gear, it could be phones. If we can get a sponsor, we could supply gear, which would be awesome.
Wow, that's neat.
The other goal is year one, we will have a filmmaking tour. So when the filmmakers are here, we're going to throw them on a trolley and give them a tour of Williamsport, of really cool places where they could film and things that are historic to our area, to kind of hopefully trigger ideas for stories.
Yeah.
Going to the museum and seeing what our history is like, and then, oh, well, this is a really cool story. I want to tell a story about this. And just trying to ignite that passion within the filmmakers here in Williamsport.
Sounds like something you could work with the Chamber of Commerce about, getting people to come here.
Absolutely, yeah. We've been in talks with them a little bit, and we have some more meetings on the books with them. We want to obviously partner with as many local businesses and organizations as we can. It's all about the local community and bringing that filmmaking community into it and just enveloping them together.
Well, tell me the deadline. You opened submissions, what, early in February?
Yeah, so February 1st was the initial open. The early bird deadline was February 28th. We are now onto our regular deadline, which goes until the end of April. And then we have an extended deadline to the end of May. And then about the middle of July is the absolute latest deadline. I believe it's July 16th. And then our notification date is kind of right after that, because we will have everything watched and judged by then and be able to just kind of make that decision.
Just had to print the program.
Yeah, exactly.
That's really exciting.
Yeah.
Is there still time to make a film? You say you can do it in 24 hours. I guess they still could be quality
Absolutely.
films.
Yes. We are open to anybody who's have a work in progress. We will accept the submission as long as it's going to be completed before the final judge date.
Okay.
So that way, obviously, let us know so we're not judging an incomplete film. But we are willing to accept at any point as long as the film will be completed within a certain time.
You're probably being flexible again, like you say, for the first year, making sure that everybody can be involved.
Yes.
I love that.
And we don't want any barriers for entry. We want everyone to be able to submit.
So what kind of awards are available? You said there's a community vote on that. And what other awards are you thinking of having?
Yeah, so we'll have the traditional jury awards, which will be for a feature-length and for a short-length film. Depending on how many documentary submissions, we might be able to open that up to have a documentary feature and documentary short as well. We will also have the audience awards for short-length and feature-length films. And then we have what a lot of people call the Run of the Fest, but we're calling it the Millionaires Award, which will obviously tie in our local culture a bit. And that is the best audience rating throughout the entire festival. So whoever gets that best rating will get that Millionaire Award, which just showcases that you touch the audience in a way that the other films didn't.
Will that be through an app or a little note in a fishbowl?
It will be. We'll be taking cards for the submissions for the audience votes.
And like they do in Hollywood.
We'll count them, and we'll sit and we'll count them all and add them up and figure out who wins based on that.
Oh, I just think this is going to be so exciting. The festival itself, the River Valley Film Festival, coming up on July 17th through July 20th at Williamsports Theater. Do you get tickets for this? How do you do it? Do you get a ticket for the whole set, or do you pick and choose?
Yeah, so you could get a festival pass, which is going to get you the best deal. You can go to see every single film. There is also the option to just buy individual tickets. If you just want to see a specific shorts block or a specific feature film, you can do that as well.
Oh, I'm just so excited for you guys. You're so young and able to just sort of grow with this. It's going to go big.
That's the excitement. It's going to be huge. I know year one is year one. Nobody makes it big year one, but we're going to do everything we can to make this the most successful festival that we possibly can.
And I think with Lycoming Arts, there's some experience there, isn't there, that can probably step in and say, wait a minute, we did this before or something.
Yeah, and especially look at how successful we're doing with First Fridays.
Yes.
And if we can do this, it won't be on like a monthly basis, but on a yearly basis, we just keep growing and getting better. I think in a couple of years, this thing will be pretty known. And pretty big.
Well, good luck to that. There's going to be a closing night celebration at Bullfrog Brewery. Is that for everybody?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so the closing night celebration honoring all the films that were in the festival, but also handing out the specific awards for those who win. And that will be at 6 p.m. on the 20th at Bullfrog Brewery. Yeah.
Well, wonderful. I just think this is a wonderful idea. Yeah. This is like the first film festival people I've really spoken to, so you've taught me a lot today.
Yeah.
I don't have a film to submit this year, but we'll talk about it for next.
Absolutely, yeah. That's one of the things locally is just educating people on what a film festival is, too, because a lot of people that I talk to, they're like, so wait, what does that entail? Just like a music festival. Musicians come in and showcase their music. Filmmakers come in and showcase their film.
Well, I can't wait to see what films come in and what we're going to be able to see.
It's very exciting.
Well, I'm thrilled to have you both here today. Corey Baney, he is Lycoming Arts River Valley Film Festival Director, and Noah Beiter, Chair of the Film Office at Lycoming Arts. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for coming in and speaking to me today. Good luck.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
In Touch is locally produced in our studios at 1685 4 Mile Drive in Williamsport. To get in touch with us regarding questions, comments, or topic ideas, call weekdays between 8 and 5, 570-323-8200. You can also write to us at 1685 4 Mile Drive, Williamsport, PA 17701. Attention Freddi Hammer. Or email me at fhammer@backyardbroadcasting.com. For archived programs of our In Touch series, you can download and subscribe to our new Backyard Podcasting feature through a link on any Backyard Broadcasting website or obtained where podcasts are available. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Backyard Broadcasting. The programming discussed here on In Touch does not necessarily reflect the feelings or opinions of the management or staff. Thanks for listening to In Touch, a production of Backyard Broadcasting.